Spa 2009 was a turning point. Force India was no longer just a backmarker, they had podium potential. But one great result isn't enough in Formula 1. For Vijay Mallya, 2010 wasn't about one-off moments. It was about proving that Force India belonged in the midfield consistently. And this time they had all the right pieces in place. A strong driver lineup, a more refined car, and perhaps most importantly, momentum. Fisichella moving to Ferrari, Force India needed a new driver to partner Adrian Sutil. They did not look far. Vitantonio Liuzzi had already been with the team as a test driver and had stepped in for the final races of 2009. Now in 2010, he was given a full season seat. For the first time in their history, Force India had continuity. No last-minute driver swaps, no rushed decisions. This was the first step in creating a stable foundation for future success. Force India's 2010 challenger, the VJM03, wasn't a radical departure from its predecessor, but that was a good thing. They had taken everything that worked from the VJM02 and improved upon it. The car was still incredibly fast on straights, but now, with a more refined aerodynamic package, it was finally competitive in the corners too. For the first time, the team was targeting regular Q3 appearances in qualifying and, more importantly, regular points in the races. The season opener in Bahrain set the tone for what was to come. Sutil and Liuzzi were immediately competitive, running comfortably in the midfield.
It's going to be part of the stewards panel as we watch now as Adrian Sutil starts to advance up the field. Comes to on the inside of Heikki Kovalainen.
By the end of the race, Liuzzi had finished in the 9th place, Force India's first ever points at a season opener. Then came the Australian Grand Prix. Another points finish. Malaysia, more points. This wasn't luck, it was consistency. Race after race, Force India was proving they belonged in the midfield fight and now they had a new rival. Every Formula 1 season has its battles. Front runners fighting for wins, midfield teams battling for points, and backmarkers fighting to survive. For Force India, 2010 became a season-long dogfight with Williams. Both teams had similar pace, both had strong driver pairings, and both knew every single point mattered. In Spain, Sutil finished 7th, beating both Williams cars. In Canada, Force India outqualified them again. Williams, however, struck back in Germany. It was a back-and-forth fight all season long, and it wasn't just about pride. It was about securing the higher prize money in the Constructors Championship. Critical for a growing team like Force India. And also Williams. By mid-season, Adrian Sutil was in the form of his life. In Monaco, he narrowly missed out on points, but showcased his raw pace. Then came Silverstone, a track where Force India's Mercedes power gave them a real edge. Sutil put in one of the best drives of the season, finishing in 6th place. This was no longer a midfield team hoping for points. This was the team expecting them. By now, Force India was consistently fighting for 7th in the Constructors Championship, but there was still work to do. As competitive as Force India had become, 2010 wasn't without setbacks. Reliability issues started creeping in. At Monza, a track where their car should have thrived, both Sutil and Liuzzi retired. In Singapore, they lacked pace compared to their rivals. Williams was still breathing down their necks, and in the closing races, the balance of power kept shifting. By the final race in Abu Dhabi, it was still too close to call. Would Force India hold on to 7th or would Williams steal it at the last moment? Abu Dhabi, the final race of 2010. Sutil and Liuzzi both pushed to the limit, knowing what was at stake. Williams was right there, matching their pace. Every lap mattered, every pit stop counted.
We've got two Mercedes side by side and they make contact. Michael Schumacher round. Will he? Oh!
In the end, Force India held on. By just a handful of points, they secured 7th place in the Constructors' Championship. It was a statement, a declaration. Force India had arrived. They were no longer a struggling privateer team. They were a midfield powerhouse. But Vijay Mallya wasn't satisfied. If 2010 had been about proving they belonged in F1’s midfield, then 2011 would be about something bigger. The next step, a podium finish. And the team was already making moves to make that dream a reality. If you guys like this series, smash the subscribe button And if you liked today's video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one for the 2011 season. So till the next time, peace.